Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to get to advanced mode on the Metabones Mark IV adapter for the Canon EF and EFS glass to the Sony E mount for the likes of A7S and FS7 and FS700 cameras. For those of you who know and use those cameras and use Canon glass, you know how annoying it is when the Metabones won't read the lens or won't work with the lens, and you've got to turn on the camera, turn off the camera, take out the battery, and it's just a nightmare. The way to get it to work is by putting it on advanced mode. Now, if you've ever looked up on the internet for an idea of how to do this, it's a nightmare. There's no decent video on how to do this, but there's a forum on Metabones, which I will link in the description. They tell you what it's all about and how to do it and such, but if you're one of those people who need to watch it and understand how it really works, and then I'll try and explain the best I can to show you how to make these work more smoothly with the likes of the A7S and FS7 and so on. So guys, let's get to it. The way that you get to advanced mode is, first, if this is all hooked up to your camera, so say if this is mounted onto the E-mount, just go ahead and take off the actual lens. Leave the adapter on, or if it wasn't on before, make sure it's on and plugged in. Make sure the camera's off to start with. You know, when the camera's on, you don't want it messing with anything. So then, after that, turn the camera on, and you see this depth of field aperture preview button. Make sure that is pressed, and make sure you're holding it the whole time you're doing this. Only once the camera has fully loaded up and you've been holding this button down the whole time, then go ahead and put your lens on. Make sure that the camera is actually booted up and it's not going to have to load up anything else. If you do it while it's loading, it's not going to work as well. So after that, just go ahead and line up your dots for the Canon EF or EFS lenses and twist, and once you hear that click in and you know that it's locked in place and it's not going to come off, you should hear the aperture reading the mount and into the camera. You should all hear it connecting and the aperture should open up. After that, and you know it's successfully, everything's working fine at that point, you can take your finger off the button. That's pretty much it. If it doesn't work, you're just going to have to do it again. Sometimes it just doesn't work. We're hoping that in a future update for the firmware for these adapters, that this will be an issue of the past. But as of now, if it doesn't work, just take it off, turn off your camera, press the button, make sure it's all loaded up, put the lens on, and you should hear it. So you can see that the camera is off and the lens is attached to the Metabones adapter, which is attached to the camera. See that all there. So I'm going to take the lens cap off and we're going to see if this boots up straight away with the adapters attached to it. I think it's in advanced mode, so I think it's going to be fine. It was fine the last time I'd done this, and then I had an idea. I'll put the GoPro on the tripod instead of the other way around, because it just became really difficult to do it that way. But anyway, let's try it. And it loads up straight away. Pretty much. Telling me that I'm running that. It's fine, and it loads up. And I know it's loaded up fine because of the aperture showing. And that's the noise you want to hear when when you do the advanced mode. You want to hear that sound. It's just a quick little sound. Well, I'm not sure if you'll hear it in all the lenses, but you definitely hear it on this one. Or you'll feel it, or you'll hear something. Definitely something. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. Trust me, this works. Right, so I'll just put my lens down. And the camera is off. Sensor is showing, so I'm going to be quick. Camera on. Hold down the button. Camera's booted up. And it's still booting up. And once I see that and all the information, you'll see there's no lens connected. It's got the things telling me it's not connected, and I just go and screw this lens on. Hold on. and you hear that sound, and the lens is working, and I've taken my finger off and it's working fine. And most of the time it should work after that. As you can see, I'm not having any problems at the moment. Or maybe it's just because I'm running NTSC instead of PAL as usual. But there you go. So guys, I hope you liked this video and I hope you learned something. Sorry my camera wasn't playing up as much as it usually does when I load up this lens, but that's pretty much what you do when you have that problem. When it won't load up your lens, you're like, ugh. So, links in the description for the Metabones information and software updates. Make sure you're updating the software on this, and hopefully one day Metabones will make a little firmware update so we don't have to do this trick, or it'll just lock it on this advanced mode and autofocus will be fixed, and aperture's fine at the moment, but that's basically the things they need to work on. Well, share, like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching guys.